He has refused to name the faces behind the company, despite the company being adversely mentioned in the KEMSA scandal. The company, which is however linked to Jubilee Vice Chair David Murathe, was awarded a tender by KEMSA just days after it was registered, raising questions. Our Parliamentary Affairs reporter Elizabeth Mutuku reports that the Public Investment Committee of the National Assembly has now summoned the Registrar of Companies.
The Registrar of Companies has declined to provide details of a firm linked to Jubilee Vice Chair David Murathe, which was adversely mentioned in KEMSA scandal. As a result, Public Investment Committee of the National Assembly has summoned the Registrar to explain why they failed to provide the details of faces behind the Kilig Limited.
Therefore, divulging the persons from which you bought this company from is an issue. And to agree with Honorable Kajwang, you either choose between two as an advocate of the directors then, or you as the director now. This could be my own biased feeling, but I have a feeling that strongly that you are not making full disclosure of information. And that is why we are asking from what period to what period can you respond to this issue. Now that you have adequate information regarding the company.
Committee Chairman Abdul Swamad Nasir says that Parliament wrote to the Registrar of Companies for details of the companies mentioned in the probe. The committee sought the details, specifically the ownership, as April, when the firm was given a commitment letter to supply PPEs to KEMSA.
KEMSA, and we met a number of other people, and we very well know the timelines under which they took to deliver and finish these items. You said you have not delivered anything under your submissions. Isn't it lack of capacity that 2 months you did not supply anything, and as a result is the cancellation? So there was a lack of capacity.
That you were given on or before 22nd of July to be able to supply. That's what I am reading. You're therefore requested to supply on or before 22nd July. Is that the case?
That is the case.
That is what the letter reads, right?
Yes.
So what he's asking is, if you had these items, why did you not supply?
A director of Kilig, one of the companies adversely mentioned in the KEMSA scandal, took the lawmakers in circles in attempt to shield identity of the entity's founders. 27-year-old Ivy Onyango went to an extent of calling the supposed persons to get in approval for the mention.
But please also, let's look at the other provisions of the Act in terms of the procurement processes and the powers that are given to certain officials in the different government agencies as to giving direction on how certain procurement processes can be done.
When did you receive this letter? On 9th of April?
I would have to confirm that, perhaps with our company records.
Other than the letter of interest that you wrote, which was received at 9:42, was there any other information you provided with which KEMSA could have identified your organization?
No.
And so, in simple terms, a letter emerges same day, in the morning, and instantly, the CEO of KEMSA has made up his mind that he has identified your organization on a strategic partnership to supply information, to supply commodities.
This as details emerged that the company changed hands from original directors in 4 months. Kilig records show that the company was registered on 22nd January, but by now Ivy is its sole director. Elizabeth Mutuku, TV 47 Nairobi.